Namaste yogis, and welcome to our yin yoga practice. This class is designed to prepare your body and mind for deep, rejuvenating sleep. Let's begin by coming into a downward facing dog. Lift the hips high, sink the heels toward the mat, and let's begin with a deep cleansing breath. Breathe in through your nose. Open your mouth, exhale, let it go. Breathe in, and this time on your inhaling breath, lift the left toes up to the sky. As you exhale, place the left knee behind the left wrist, coming into a pigeon pose. Flex the left toes. Center the weight between the hip flexors. And be mindful that you're not engaged in this pose to the maximum depth. We're going to be here for several minutes, so aim for about 30 to 50% of your maximum capacity. Keeping the left foot flexed, walk your hands forward. Surrender the forehead onto the mat and begin to sink deeply into this pose. Most of our days, the mind is wrapped up in an endless array of activities, to-do lists. It's occupied, moving from one thing to the next. But here on the mat, we give the mind an opportunity to settle and to quiet. This allows our nervous system to downregulate and to shift into a more restorative, renewing mode. Through slow breathing and mindful stillness, we encourage the body to release tension, to drop the core body temperature, and to shift into a deeply relaxed state, one that supports uninterrupted quality sleep. All you need to do is to rest here in each posture, noticing the activity of the mind. Don't be surprised if the mind is still swirling with thoughts as you come into this first posture. Just simply begin to notice with awareness and allow each thought to move through. In time, the mind will quiet and the body will begin to relax. As you breathe in, gently begin to walk yourself back up. Move slowly, be gentle with your body. Let's bend that right knee, placing the right knee just behind the left heel. And we'll take a gentle twist, bringing the left hand to the outside of that right knee. Let's slowly release the twist, flex the right foot, and begin to walk the hands out to the upper right corner of your mat. As much as you can, keep the weight evenly balanced between the left hip and the right hip. You'll want to open the right knee so that it's in line with the right hip. Give yourself a few breaths to settle into this pose. This is not an area of the body that we stretch very frequently, either in our yoga practice or in any other type of activity. So give it a few breaths. Allow the body to soften and open. You'll notice that with each exhalation, the body will begin to soften into this pose. And as the body softens, you might be able to walk a little farther. So don't feel that you have to be static. You can stay, breathe for several breaths, walk the hands forward, and then repeat. If you have a block close by and the forehead can reach the block, feel free to place that under your forehead. As you breathe in, begin to walk yourself back up. Extend the right leg forward. And we have two options here. If you have any sensitivity in the knee, you can just place the left sole of the foot to the right inner thigh. Otherwise, bring that left foot as close as you can, tuck it into that right groin area. And then we'll reach down, clasping the ankle, the shin, or the foot. Keep the spine long. In both variations of this pose, you're stretching through the right hamstring. And if that left foot is placed into the right groin area, you'll also be enhancing the lymphatic flow. Allow the body to soften in its own timing. Be gentle, never forcing, never trying to reach a goal. Rather, invite your body to take each shape and then simply be patient. Give your body the time that it needs to unwind, to uncoil, and to relax. You'll notice that I'm placing a block under my forehead. I'm resting it on the right shin bone. Know that this is an option for you. As you breathe in, softly, very gently, begin to rise back up. If you're using a block, set that to the side. The body has been in this shape for several minutes, so let it go softly. Place the hands behind you with the fingertips facing toward the feet and begin to shift the knees to the right, then to the left. Knees shift right, you gaze to the left. And now knees shift to the left as you gaze to the right. Just go back and forth a few times, introducing some blood flow, some circulation back into the hips, the legs, and the knees. Let's come back to center. Place the hands on the knees. Inhale and press the heart forward. Exhale, round your spine, tucking your chin to your chest. Inhale, open the heart, gaze upward. Exhale, round the spine, chin to the chest. Begin to flow back and forth, linking breath with movement. And then let's come back to a neutral spine. Roll onto the knees, coming onto hands and knees. From here, we'll press back into downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and exhale, let it go. Again, deep breath in. Open your mouth, exhale, let it go. One more round. The next time you breathe in, reach the right toes up to the sky. And as you exhale, come into pigeon pose, placing the right knee behind the right wrist, extending the left leg long behind you, remembering not to come into your maximum depth of this pose. Aim for about half of what you're capable of. Keep the hips squared as you walk the hands forward and release the forehead onto the earth. Balance the weight between the right and left sides of the body. Notice if you're shifting over to the right, and if that's happening, just make a subtle adjustment, bringing weight to the left. Take your first few breaths to make any adjustments that you need to, and then settle into softness, both of the body and the mind. On an inhale, very gently begin to walk yourself back up. Let's bend that left knee, placing the right sole of the foot to the left inner thigh. We'll begin with a twist. Left hand reaches around behind you. Right hand is on the left knee. And then we'll slowly come into our forward fold, bringing the left knee to a right angle, walking the hands to the upper left corner of the mat, balancing the weight between right and left sides of the body. Take a few breaths to settle into the posture. And if the body begins to open, you can walk yourself a bit farther, perhaps resting your forehead on a block. Stay conscious of the dialogue floating through your mind. Just be the silent witness, aware of all the thoughts that are moving through, but not grasping or clinging onto any one of them. As you breathe in, gently walk yourself back up. Set the block to the side if you're using that. Extend the left leg forward and place the sole of the right foot either to the left inner thigh or pull that foot into the groin of the left leg. As you breathe in, reach down and clasp the ankle or the foot. Keep the spine long, crown of the head extending forward. Take a few breaths to settle in. Notice how the breath begins to relax the body, sending signals of safety and comfort that allow the muscles to open and expand. On your next inhale, begin to rise out of the pose. Take that right foot, gently release it. Place both feet on the earth and the palms behind you with fingertips facing toward the toes. As you breathe in, lift the hips to the height of the knees. If it's comfortable, drop the head back. Open the whole front line of the body. All of the chakras, the energy centers here, opening, feeling receptive, ready to receive. Gaze forward, and as you exhale, release your hips down to the mat. Softly make your way down onto your back, bringing your blocks with you. From here, we'll move into a supported bridge pose. Place a block under your sacrum. You can choose any height of the block, whatever's comfortable for your body. Make sure it's directly under the sacrum, not the low back. And then allow your body to simply sink into this supported bridge pose. See how much you can let go. See how much you can relax. Just be here and surrender. From here, we'll reach down and move the block to the flattest, lowest setting, still underneath the sacrum. Extend the left leg straight and pull the right knee into the chest, and then allow the right knee to move to the right just about an inch, as if you're trying to touch the kneecap to the right shoulder. Keep pressing down through the left leg to help facilitate the opening in that left hip flexor. And then, as with all of our yin and restorative poses, simply be here and breathe. Allow the body to adjust in its own timing. As you exhale, release the right foot down to the mat and straighten the right leg. When you breathe in, pull the left knee into your chest and then open that left knee just an inch or so as if you're trying to tap that left kneecap to the left shoulder. Keep pressing down through the right leg. You'll feel an opening through the front of the right hip flexor. And when you feel that maximum opening, I want you to stay right there in that position. Allow the body to expand, to create spaciousness, and to uncoil from the tension that it's usually holding on to. On your next breath out, release the left leg straight out onto the mat. Reach the arms overhead. Receive a deep, full body stretch. And then bend the knees, lift the hips, set the block to the side. And let's come into our final resting pose, Shavasana. Use this as an opportunity to surrender and let go of any last remaining tension in your body. There's nothing to do, nowhere to go. Simply be present. Tap in to the energy that you're made of and experience the fullness of who you really are. On your next inhale, bring both hands to your heart, one hand on top of the other. Take a moment to draw to mind one thing for which you are grateful. Thank you for joining me for this practice. Rest well. Namaste.